So, as per the title, this episode is about EI. So, I've paid into EI most of my life. I've never collected it, not once. Okay. My boss has been working for like 40 something years, maybe more than that, 50 years or something like that. And he's been paying into EI his whole life, never collected it once. I hear, like, can I give you like an incredible amount? I want to say the people around me have been working their whole lives, paying into EI their whole lives, never collected. My mother, my father, cousins, their partners, their children. Like, there's lots of people where it's like, okay, it's like we're all paying into this EI, and it's like, what are we getting back out of it? And then it's like, you want to know, it's like hundreds of thousands of like millions of dollars every year go into this service that no one really accesses and no one really gets anything back from. And it just seems like a cash grab. It seems like it's really crazy. It seems like we've all somehow been misled into giving this family an incredible amount of wealth for free, for this idea that, oh, hey, we got you, maybe, you know? It's kind of crazy to me. Like the best part about it is like, okay, so like after like 50 years of paying into this, what? Oh, thank you so much. See you later. Like, that's crazy. Like, shouldn't that top up your pension? Like, every dollar you pay in should top up your pension. I don't know. It feels like all the money doesn't actually go where it needs to go, and all I see is war every day. War, 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 and I see money going, and it's like, where is this money going? Why don't people that need the money have the money? Because they need it, so they should have it because they need it, and the people that already have it because they already have it, they don't need it. So like, we should be giving it to people who's like, they worked for it. That's their money. That's theirs. That's not ours because they worked for it. Oh, but what if they don't have it because they lost their job? Oh, we're here to like give it, and it's like, yeah, but you're not giving the same amount that they gave you. Like, they've been paying way more money into this. Like, I don't know. It sounds so crazy to me. Like, the thing about me too, you guys are like, oh, you've never had a stable job. And it's like, yeah, but I've had all these like different jobs, and they're penalized off every job and every gig. Like, There are 6 or 7 kinds of people the Lord doesn't like. Those who are too proud, or tell lies or murder. Those who make evil plans or are quick to do wrong. Those who tell lies in court or stir up trouble in a family. It's like, for what happened in my family, it's like I already know what's going on. I already know what it's all about. Don't have to worry about me. Okay, so like, there's all these passages. These were all written like eons ago by some random guy who lived in a little cave in the middle of like nowhere land. And maybe he would hop on a donkey and go into town, and there was like maybe like 5 or several shacks with maybe a storefront in the front that would turn into a makeshift home at night. And one day he grabbed a piece of papyrus, and through whatever channel or whatever ability he had, he recorded some words down. Like, you want to know, like, it just seems so far-fetched, but the words, can I tell you, they're still predominant today. Like, they were just told yesterday. You know that? And that's what I find really interesting. Last night even, I woke up to use the washroom, and, so, like, one of the passages came up on my phone, and like I got goosebumps all over my body. I can't remember what the passage was about, but like sometimes it's like the words just jump right out of the page, and it's like it just is really kind of consuming sometimes, thinking that to know from eons ago what's gonna happen even today, and to speak it and write it like it's truth, and then for it to embody our lives every day, it seems so wild. That it really does. It really kind of makes me wonder about like the true, like the glory of God. Like, there's a lot of people out there that would say to you, oh hey, do this, do that. Don't you want to be like me? Don't you want to be able to do this? Don't you want to be able to? All you have to do is this. All you have to do is that. Like, well, can I tell you what the easiest is? It was even easier than all that, is just having faith. Just believing in your creator, that he knows better than these people. All these guys and all these girls around you, they're like your brothers and sisters, your younger brothers and sisters, and they have an idea of what it is, but you want to know who has the best idea? God. I know you guys are like, oh, this is an abstract idea. This is too abstract for every day. Oh, we live in the world of the science. We live in the world of the physical. Well, can I tell you something? When it comes to like machining, and when it comes to building things, and when it comes to manufacturing like parts and stuff, it all goes down into codes. That it all breaks down into X and Y coordinates, right? And what if I told you that those X and Y coordinates, what if all those codes, what if that's all God, and no matter what you say or do, it's already all written out and already all done, and every language and every kind of thing has already been done for you. It's just about being faithful and having faith in God, that when you're ready, you will learn and you will have access to, and it will come to you when you're ready. And when the student is ready, the teacher makes himself like a parent kind of deal, right? Same thing with religion, same thing with faith, same thing with when you're ready and you accept it truthfully and honestly, that's when everything starts taking off for you. I promise you that. When there's like an angel, right? When you're learning to be an angel, or if you were an angel, or angel training, angel school in heaven, you want to know, I imagine it would be like the Matrix. This is all my perceptions. We're going into my perception now, okay? We talked about the Bible. We talked about the hard kind of copy stuff. Now I'm taking my perception of what I've read and I'm just going on my own tangent right now, okay? You know, like angel training, like you're training yourself to, you know, transcend kind of the bounds and you're really trying to tune into the natural, you know, the natural light of our universe, okay? I know that sounds really abstract. Sounds really abstract. Let's just go with it. Okay, so like, do you remember in the Matrix when they're like, oh, we all do the jump, but we all like, there's a good chance, like, you know, we all kind of fall on the first jump, right? You know, when you're an angel and they like give you your angel's wings, like they don't just like, you know, kick you off a building kind of deal, right? Like you have to remember that like they only give you abilities and powers that you are ready for. So if you're not ready to make the jump, if you're not ready to make the flight, if you don't have the wings yet, guess what? You're not gonna be flying. They're not gonna teach you anything. They're not gonna give you anything. You know, great example too. You walk into your first job, right? And they're like, you know, trying to talk to you, and you're like, okay, so like I'll take the keys to the building and I'll take like, you know, the main batteries and I'm gonna take everything out of this place and when I come back in the morning I'll just bring it all back and we'll start it up. And it's like, oh, but like you're new, like, you know, we don't trust you. You're like, who are you? Like same thing with religion. Like you need to build that relationship, you have to build that faith, you have to build that understanding. You know, with anything else it's like, oh, if I offer this then I get that, if I give you this then I can do this, you know what I mean? So you know, like, can I tell you, my friends right now, we never really used to talk about faith or religion or any of that stuff. But, like, sometimes when I do talk about it, it's like all this weird stuff starts happening. The sky gets dark. Everything gets really quiet. Like, uncomfortably quiet when I start talking about God. You know, when I start talking about God, especially in front of people, can I tell you, everybody starts getting goosebumps. I can see it, like on their skin even. Like the room gets like electrically charged. You know, ever since I started talking about it, like Eric and like there's a few other people where it's like I feel like I scare them and they're like, hey, like let's change the subject. Like I don't mean to like freak people out, but like at the same time too, it's like I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. Like I feel like talking about faith should be a chill thing. It shouldn't be like, oh my god, I'm scared. You're scaring me. Can you stop? Can we stop? Can we change the subject? This is too scary. Like, it's like, oh, I read this book. You wouldn't believe it. I read this book a long time ago. Yeah. You wouldn't believe this book I read, girl, this book. Let me tell you what was in this book I read. They're like, what was in the book? I'm like, girl, are you ready for this? Are you ready? Like, tell me. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm like, I don't know if you're ready for this. This is a big thing. This ain't a small thing. This is a big thing. You know that? I'm like, I'm so ready. Let me know. Oh. Come on, Deadpool. Oh, you little bitch. Like, you wanna know, can I tell you, as like a manufacturer, as like an inventor, as someone that wants to better the world around us, like, not just for me, but like for everyone around me, like, can I tell you something? Like, I wanna manufacture things, so like, even when I pass away, like, if I was a ghost, I could be like, yeah, I built that car. Oh yeah, I built that scooter. Oh, I built that transportation device. Oh, I built that whatever it is, that jigging fixture. Oh, I fabricated. Oh, I built and came up with that idea for that really strong material, that really like interesting composite, or that like alloy. Oh yeah, I came up with that. That was totally 100% my creation. Look at how good these new people or this next generation is using my technology, my ideas. Look at how easy it is. Look at how effective and efficient my design is. Look at how it lasts beyond the ages. Like that, like I wanted to kind of build a world where we're constantly bettering ourselves and building designs that outlast the last. And uh, you know, what is that? Surpass the whatever of time because of just how efficient and quality like the workmanship is behind your idea. You know that? And I feel like everyone around me is like, "Oh no, we need to build it to break." And it's like, I just want to get to that level of like creatorship and development and we're just constantly forging better and better and better what is it called? Products. And that could be so vague, like how I described it, because it could be anything. And like there's so many really great ideas out there. I feel like sometimes even just sitting here, I have so many ideas, and all I want to do is just play around with them all day. But at the same time, too, you can't do that. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Can I tell you something? Sometimes this is a little bit of a distinction kind of passage right now. Okay, so I think this is kind of important. For me too, there's so much religion out there. There's so many different religions, and I think all religions are beautiful. And I used to take world religions, and it was one of my favorite courses in high school. And I think maybe I've taken it in college. Maybe not though. I don't remember. Anyway, so okay, so there's angels, right? Let's think of that as like the bottom of the pyramid, right? Angels. Okay, then we got Jesus, then we got God. That's how I want to look at it. Let's just simplify things. You know that? There's probably saints and apostles. Can I tell you, I just want the most powerful magical ones. So the most powerful magical ones, I feel like angels, I feel like they're like particles. And I feel like they can just go through walls and stuff. Okay, Jesus, Jesus is like a mist, like a smoke, like the Holy Spirit, like, and he can just like fizzle out and in. Okay, so like angels are like electricity, like particles. Jesus is like a smoke, like a cloud, like air, like the air you breathe even. Okay. Then we've got God, and God is everything. God is like this like he like puts it all together. He's like the in between. He's like that thing you don't know. He's like that by chance or by accident or out of nowhere or that a eureka moment. Like he's like the most powerful. Like so when I pray, you know, angels I feel like kind of get the electricity going, kind of turn the power on, kind of like is the switch. Okay, Jesus, he's what he's like this thing that I'm like, I'm surrounded by and he's like, the in-between person. And then God is like the big show, and here it is, like we're ready to party, like you know what I mean. And so when I pray, I usually try to end it off with God, whether I say it in my mouth or in my mind, or but like I'm trying to like open that connection. You know that like I'm trying to be authentic. I'm trying to like be like, tuned into what it is. Can I tell you, whether you whether you believe in this, whether you believe in that, whether you do this, whether you do that, whether you've done up, whether you've done down, whether you've gone east, whether you've gone west, whether you've gone north, whether you've gone south, whether the 5th of November, like whatever, right? Can I tell you, God is always there for you, no matter what happened. And he's ready to accept you back, no matter what you've done or anything in this world. And no matter like how scared you are, or if you feel sick, or if you don't know, or if you're left alone, or if you've lost your way, or if anything bad has ever happened, all you have to do is kind of stop and just kind of start praying, and all it takes is one time. And you want to know what? Hey, if it didn't work out for you, hey, at least you said you tried, right? But like, don't ever feel like you're alone because you all have access to this. Everybody, no matter what. You can always turn around and say I made a mistake and I'm sorry and I wish to do right now and I wish to change my ways. And the thing about God is that he's always forgiving and he'll always forgive you and he'll always try to help you. The thing about it is that maybe we don't see it physically, maybe it doesn't like manifest like that, but you want to know in strange ways and in different like instances I've had really strange things happen where I really do want to believe in this idea of a higher power. And you want to know, when it comes to having confidence and when it comes to having like psychological like bricked up confidence that is like unbreakable, like I feel like it starts with God. He will give you that strength and stability. He will give you that you know special stuff that you need to make it through. And every person's different, and God is like the narrator, and he knows exactly what's perfect, especially for each and every individual. And like when we talk about faith and hope and confidence and courage, like they all kind of like build up into each other, and like it just starts with one time. You know that all it is. And then when you start doing one thing of like one prayer or whatever, then maybe do like one act of kindness or like service. Like I used to volunteer every time my phone rang. I used to just run and volunteer. I have like this huge list of volunteer services for all kinds of strange things. Like even like services like I didn't even know that we even had access to this, and it's such a great service. That like great example if you're dying of like cancer. CNETs Canada. They have services to cover and help you with your needs and whatever. And they host all kinds of different events, and I used to volunteer for that. Um, well, there's like a lot. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have picked that one. That one's kind of like a sad one. Okay, let's just tiptoe to a different subject. Okay, we're just gonna roll to the next video. Let's just roll to the next